Hello guys, welcome to next video, new video. This is an update on the price of Bitcoin. So today is Monday and we just had another Bitcoin weekly candle close, and as you guys can see, there is no breakout confirmation above the top of our downward channel. So basically last week we managed to push a little bit above the channel, but this week we had a close again below the top of this downward channel, which means Bitcoin is still finding resistance at this level. So this week we're gonna have to see if we're gonna keep pushing above the top of the channel, or if you're going to get rejected and somehow retest again the middle of this downward channel. So like we mentioned last week, retesting the middle of this downward channel means that Bitcoin cannot come break this level and close candles below this level again. So if we see next week we have a rejection from this level, close the candle below this level, could be a sign that we're gonna have to roll down and close below, and that means we could put this our 77,000 level at risk if this happens. So basically, if this week has to come and retest this level, it's gonna have to close at this level, or again a quick week like this one, retesting and push back again and try to regain control above the top of this downward channel. So other scenario that we are thinking is that this week could actually hold this level and try to continue to push higher and finally close a candle above it. So closing a candle above this level could give Bitcoin the right momentum to keep pushing upward toward our 110,000 level. So for this week, we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen. So far the DXY didn't gain, as we can see, didn't gain much strength. We can see the DXY is still closing candles below its own upward channel, this massive upward channel, which means closing candle, like we explained in the previous video, is a sign of weakness. Is a sign that if this candle continues to push down or continue to hold below this level, around this level, there's a great chance for the DXY or for the super indicator to move from silver to red. And when this happens, we already know what's going to happen to Bitcoin. If you have been watching our video, you know that it would be a great moment to so it would be the moment to expect the acceleration momentum to happen. So it's good to see the DXY is still closing candle at this level. That means we have a chance to this week to try to gain control above this level, for Bitcoin to gain control above the top of this channel, and therefore we know that this is likely to happen due to the DXY weakness. And DXY Bitcoin ratio One of the reasons that we are still not able to break above our downward channel is because the RSI is finding some kind of support above this downward trend line. So we are waiting for confirmation, like I mentioned in our previous video, that the RSI need to break this downward trend line to the downside and start closing below it. That means pushing toward our 18.62 level, which would put the RSI in the green mode, which is when the acceleration moment would be in full force, like happened in previous bull market. See this green zone is when the Bitcoin found acceleration toward the 69, 70,000 level. And we can see that this is when as well Bitcoin managed to top around 20,000 in 2017. So when the RSI became red or green around this level, close to our 1862 level. So this RSI needs to break below this downward trend line to give us confirmation that Bitcoin is finally able to break the top of our chart. You can see the relationship between the resistance line at the top of each channel and the support that the RSI is finding at the moment. Breaking this trend line to the downside would give confirmation to Bitcoin to break above this our downward channel. Crypto fear and greed index, you can see that we were not able to continue to push above the 72. That means we fear above 72, 74 is what we could expect for Bitcoin to actually have the right sentiment to break above this channel. We need fear and greed above 74 to be able to have the right sentiment to break this channel to the upside and start pushing towards our 110,000. So meaning that the fear and greed index is again consolidating again on the neutral zone. As you can see, we are neutral at the moment, and we need the RSI on the fear and greed on the you need the RSI or the DXY to break below our downward trend line, and we need the sentiment to be above the 72 and most likely 74, which is our resistance level on the fear and greed index. So these are two factors that we need to pay attention to. If we see the sentiment above 72, 74, and if we see RSI on our DXY Bitcoin ratio below this line, that means we would have a confirmation, a breakout of this downward channel toward 110, and most likely we would have somehow the DXY below 97, which most likely would transition the super gap indicator from silver to red, or at least put more pressure on this indicator to become red. So that's the update for today, guys. That's a very quick update. There's nothing more that we can add. We are just in a critical position now, and this week it's gonna have to decide. Bitcoin gonna have to decide whether it's going to break this channel to the upside or come and have a quick retest of this level, and of course should not close any candle below our 77,000 level. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and sharing this video with a friend and family. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next Monday.